these sucker sellout memes and stuff, all you're doing is teaching these people how to attack us. If you're paying attention to this election cycle, guess what else you need to be paying attention to? The fact that the FBI, the CIA, and all these news organizations are saying that foreign entities like Iran, China, and Russia are watching our community and figuring out what they got to do to trigger us. That means they're also figuring out ways to destroy you. Because they ain't just doing this to be the president. They're watching you to market towards you, to get you to buy certain things, to react to certain things. They're controlling your mind, whether you want to admit it or not. So when I go on Twitter, DJ Mad Knox said suck last night on Built for This Network. Well, actually, that might not be a bad ploy because then everybody tune in to DJ Knox and be like, what was old boy talking about? Might be a move. But I wouldn't do it. But when you do that, it's people that go, oh, there's something going on with HRap and Knox. Let's feed into it. And now they lie on HRap. And then Knox can reference, he did diss me on Twitter. Now HRap, people who follow HRap, they not messing with Knox. People who follow with Knox, they not messing with HRap. And that's another fracture in the community. So let's please start having these conversations like this. Even though this is a show about community enhancement, let's not know that we can talk about surface issues. We can talk about the upliftment. That's the name of the show. We can build up our community and destroy the lies and propaganda about our community. We don't have to talk about the dirty underwear that's in the hamper. We just got to say you need to clean your bathroom. We ain't got to say HRap got rats and roaches. HRap needs to go ahead and clean his crib up, man. He tripping. But you ain't got to talk about he had a plate of food in the middle of his kitchen. He had a cat walking across the stove. That's what we don't have to do. For example, Jamil Hill, respected sister in the community, she tweeted out, black men are just like, they are white, they are just like the white power structure, just waiting to get their turn. That, and you know, and she was talking about voting. That in itself is a lie. And the reason I say it's a lie is that's that propaganda that we keep putting out there to create black men and white men divisiveness. So, because when you look at the voter poll, the voter rolls, 78% of college educated eligible to vote black men in the last election, 78%. 78%. Say it again. 78% of black men voted for Hillary Clinton. 78% of black men with college education who voted for Hillary Clinton. On the flip side, 82% of black men who are not college educated voted for Hillary Clinton. That is an overwhelming majority. That's 80% of the brothers voted for Hillary Clinton. So if you're saying that we are just like these toxic masculine white men that want to control the world and hold women down, but 80% of us supported a woman. This is something that has to stop. And if you feel that way, why don't you roll over and talk to your husband about it? I'm quite sure he has homies and you have cousins, and have that conversation in the quote-unquote barber shop. That's all I'm asking, Sister Hill. Because I almost reacted the same way I reacted with Ice Cube with Sister Hill. But again, I made the mistake of mentally attacking Ice Cube, dissing him in Big Illinois, And I said, I'm not going to react that way. I'm going to give it a couple of days. And here I am, a couple of days later, calm down. But I'm not going to diss the sister Jamil Hill, just like I encourage folks to not diss Ice Cube because he swung, he missed, but it don't look like he had any workout. He didn't have no workout. He didn't have no batting training. He didn't have no batting coach. It looked like he just walked up to the plate against Clayton Kershaw about 8 years ago when he was murdering and said, I'm finna hit a home run. That's what it looks like. That's what it looked like. So when you are dealing like that, that's when it's a problem with the brother, with Sister Hill and the sister Hill and the brother Ice Cube. People make mistakes. Boy, if I listed, we could do a whole nother podcast on the mistakes HRap made, and then it was going down. Exactly. Group conversations, group phone calls, and those, talk to this about your friends and your family. And something else I want to talk about is this. And it's got two things to go, and then I'm out. It's gonna be real quick too. This conversation about black leaders. People all say, why we want a leader, right? The reason you have a leader is so we won't be mad at Ice Cube. See, because what we do is this: we go to California, and I'm just using this as an example, folks. This is not what I want. This is not what I propose. This is just an example. Dr. Harry Edwards, who the brother RC, and I can't think of his brother name, the notorious PhD. They are sociologists. So let's imagine if everybody in California got behind Dr. Harry Edwards and notorious Dr. Boyd. That's his name, Dr. Boyd. Notorious, that's what he is on Twitter, notorious PhD. If we got behind them, everybody in California got behind them, and they became their mouthpieces. Like Huey and Bobby did in the 60s. And like Fred did in the 60s here. And like John Lewis did in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s in Georgia. And so forth and so on. Cory Booker in New Jersey. And, so forth. You galvanize the troops and you have a mouthpiece. And then we come together and have a national mouthpiece. They are not our leaders. They are so you won't hear RC talking, Knox talking, HRap talking, Big Illinois talking, Red Beauty talking, Lisa talking at the same time. That we saying 8, 9, 10 different things, and now it causes total chaos and mass confusion. So do we need people to lead us? No. But every situation needs a voice. And that voice will be speaking for you. That's why I continue to beg people, ask people, and plead with people to engage in their community. And if you are going to be here, work the system. Find out where the money coming from. Start there, and you'll get to the top quick. Period. The next thing I'm going to talk about real fast is the Donald Trump debate Thursday night. A lot of people walked away saying, see, he finally acted the right way he was supposed to when he got taken down. Okay. What I took away from that was something totally different. The fact that Donald Trump didn't interrupt Joe Biden at every turn. The fact that he wasn't wildly disrespectful at every turn. That didn't show that he had constraint. That showed that the American public, the white media, the white nationalists, and all those people did what he was doing, what they wanted. He wasn't acting a fool. He was acting what he was that voice that I just spoke about for our community. But he was for the dumbass community. He was acting the way the dumbasses wanted him to act. Oh man, this dude crazy. He don't respect nothing. he does respect something. He don't respect your ass, though. That's what he don't respect. He does not respect your ass. And when you don't respect, and when he don't respect you, he can act the way his base wants him to act. See, he's the leader that I just spoke of, or the voice of what I just spoke of the dumbasses. The dumbasses, he speaks for them. And that's what I'm talking about. When you say, oh, well, why we need a leader? You see what has happened over the course of the last 3.5 years? The dumbasses have put 3 Supreme Court justices on the bench. The dumbasses. The dumbasses have taken over the Senate, the U.S. Senate. The dumbasses are aiming at our sisters' health, right, and their rights. Roe versus Wade, their rights to own their own body. The dumbasses have taken over the asylum. And you wonder why. Yes, they got a spokesperson. Does he speak for all of them? No. But it's, every time somebody says to you, Donald Trump lost the popular vote by 3 million people, that means it is a shitload of people that did say they like that. And that sentiment is in control of your government right now. So pretend that you don't understand if you like. But there is a tremendous amount of people that support what he does and they like it. Period. So when you go to the Naturalization Act of 1965, when they try to remove that, that's because it was a bunch of people that said, I like that. When they removed the Affordable Care Act, and you got dumbass people on the earth that believe the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare are 2 totally different things, you remember this conversation, please. So for all my brothers and sisters that don't think voting counts, there have been 230 judges put on the federal benches. Those are the people when Nook and Pookie and TJ and Shonda and all these people go in front of a judge because of police obviously planted BS on this person and has to go for an appeal. Those are the people that they gonna go see. You know, the same woman that said, yeah, nigga is an inflammatory word, but it doesn't show that he was working in a hostile work environment. The same kinds of people that say, yeah, this white boy raped that white girl behind a dumpster, but he has a bright future, so I'm not going to send him to the penitentiary. Those kinds of thinking people will be in charge of your appeal. Or how about this? The people that are saying, well, Daniel Cameron, he did his job, and we need to put the kibosh on these jurors, these people from the the grand jury. We need to put the kibosh on that. They can't talk. This situation is over. Those people are the people that Brock Turner is the man who raped that lady. Those are the people who are in charge of the courts right now. So when you see these things and voting don't count for you, and then your cousin, your sister, your aunt, your daughter, your grandmother, your brother, uncle, grandfather, friend is in these courts facing these people. That's what I'm talking about. That's why voting counts. Because if you could, guess what? Everybody's saying, ha ha, when he get out of office, Donald Trump going to jail. Which one of the judges going to put him in jail? Rob, former governor of the great state of Illinois. I say that's a loose term. That's just some stuff I've been programmed to say. I'm conditioned to. Former governor of my state, Illinois, Rob Blagojevich, was caught trying to sell